Xi Jinping was barely known a year before he rose to power. Today, he's China's most powerful leader since Mao Zedong, chasing the dreams of world domination. The Chinese president does not have to fight an election, but he still needs to run campaigns to remain in power. I'm not talking about rallies and speeches. I'm talking about campaigns to avoid a leadership battle. And as we speak, Xi Jinping has kicked off his latest one, a ruthless campaign to stay in power. It's been called China's biggest purge since Mao Zedong. And that's our cover story tonight. When Xi rose to power, he launched a purge against corruption. It eliminated more than 1 million officials. And this is round 2 of that purge. The target this time is the domestic security apparatus of China, the policemen, the judges, members of the judiciary, officials who work in law enforcement. The cleanup has already begun. It was announced in July. China says, and I'm quoting, it is rectifying problems in the political and legal organs. Make no mistake, this is a purge. The Wall Street Journal has published the specifics. At least 21 police and judicial officials are under investigation in China, and this includes cadres who've been awarded for good performance in the past. Also, the police chief of Shanghai, Gong Dawan, he's the senior-most target so far. Now, in any other country, it will be an investigation agency that will conduct this kind of probe. But in China, it is the Communist Party, always the Communist Party, that investigates a policeman charged with corruption. They have an entire wing for this. It's called the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection. It's China's top anti-graft watchdog. Gong Dawan is also one of the deputy mayors of Shanghai. He's been accused of, quote-unquote, serious violations of party discipline and the law. It's a classification that is used perhaps for every Chinese officer charged for corruption in Xi Jinping's purge. There are no accusations, there are no charges of money changing hands or favors being granted, no specifics. Everything is a violation of party law. That's the code word perhaps for corruption or crossing the powers that be. Xi Jinping has been in power for 7 years now, and since 2013, his anti-corruption drive has taken down 1 million officials. This includes party members, government officials, members of the armed forces, and now security officials. No one is safe from the great purge of Xi Jinping, especially when you're a rival or being seen as a rival. Sun Zhentai was one of them. He was the party secretary of Chongqing, an inland city of China. He was considered as China's next leader, but 2 years back he faced action. Sun was accused of taking almost $27 million in bribes. He's been sentenced to life in prison. The Chinese government said that Sun was corrupt, so he was punished. But Xi Jinping's critics say the president jailed a rival. There is no way to prove this, but Xi Jinping did install one of his proteges in Sun's place. Zhou Yongkang was another high-profile name that Xi Jinping took down. Until 2012, he was one of the 9 senior-most politicians in China, serving as the head of China's security services. Now he's spending his life in prison. Zhou Yongkang was put under investigation after retirement 1 year after Xi Jinping took power. The investigation began with a familiar charge, serious disciplinary violation. In 2014, he was expelled from the party and arrested. Later, he was convicted of a series of corruption charges. This includes bribery, abuse of power, leaking state secrets. Like I said before, the purge is not limited to politicians. The military has been one of the prime targets of this cleanup. Several high-profile generals have been taken down in China. According to a report in 2018, more than 13,000 senior officers have faced investigation. Last year, Fang Fenghui, an ex-chief of the Joint Staff of the People's Liberation Army, was sentenced to life. He too was accused of bribery. Fang had accompanied President Xi to his first meeting with US President Donald Trump in 2017. And then he went to jail. After politicians, soldiers and party officials, Xi Jinping is now going after the police and the judges. The message to everyone is clear: fall in line or face action. Follow the command of the supreme leader or end up in jail.